Friends, today we have an important topic, improving semen quality and spermatogenesis. Today I will tell you how you can improve the quality of your sperm with the help of certain medications or supplements. It would probably make sense for me to tell you about all the benefits of taking these and to say that I have a supplement that contains all of this. No, actually that's not why I recorded all of this. I think my purpose is clear and understandable to you. And buy the supplements that you like and trust. The foundation is healthy nutrition, so don't try to compensate with supplements for what you're not giving your body. The foundation is always proper nutrition. It's a lifestyle, so start with that. If you're not ready to change your lifestyle, please don't buy any supplements and don't waste your money on them. You can simply choose any brand you trust and buy these supplements separately. If you take them in the amounts I recommend, the quality of your spermatogenesis will increase significantly, and you'll have a much better chance of conceiving a healthy baby. Watch this episode to the end for a universal plan to improve spermatogenesis. So, sperm is actually a very important thing. It's our inner second life, and it reflects how healthy you are, how well everything is working for you. To produce healthy, sufficient sperm, you need to be healthy yourself. And that's why when someone is sick and they say a good donor is a healthy donor, a sick person will never have good spermatogenesis. There will be fewer of them or they won't be as mobile. I will talk about a certain substance and also mention which foods contain it. What do doctors prescribe? Vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin. It is an antioxidant and it protects cells from oxidative stress. So that I don't misrepresent the research, I will read directly from the studies about how effective these medications are. It protects the membranes of sperm cells from damage by free radicals, preserving their functionality. Vitamin E. Yes, exactly. What does it do? It increases the motility and viability of our sperm cells. That's why, in the standard therapy regimen, up to 400 units of vitamin E per day is the first point. Where can we get it? Nuts like almonds, sunflower seeds, and vegetable and olive oils are very rich sources. There are side effects, so you shouldn't take large doses. Some people start with 1000, but that's not recommended. Zinc is the second supplement. It's essential for testosterone, and without normal testosterone, spermatogenesis won't work properly. What does it do? It helps produce the hormone required for spermatogenesis. Testosterone strongly affects spermatogenesis, so people with higher testosterone have greater sperm motility. That's why it's important. Also, zinc is crucial for prostate health. What is the dosage? The dosage is from 15 to 25 milligrams per day, so yes, we keep zinc. What foods? These are pumpkin seeds, my favorite, nuts, oysters. There are supplements, but I'll also list regular foods. Next, the classic choice, selenium. This trace element has antioxidant properties and benefits the genitourinary system. What does it provide, according to research, for our reproductive system? It prevents DNA damage in sperm cells caused by free radicals, improves sperm motility, and supports proper structure. It affects morphology, keeping them straight instead of misshapen. Dosage is 55 to 100 micrograms. Where is it found? Brazil nuts, tuna, eggs, whole grains, and organic selenium. You can also take it as supplements if you prefer. By the way, excessive intake, surprisingly, can actually increase the brittleness of hair and nails. So, more doesn't mean better. Vitamin B9 or folic acid. I prefer and have the active formula. Calcium methyl tetrahydrofolate is a water-soluble B vitamin essential for DNA synthesis and cell division. Women are often given folic acid during pregnancy. A deficiency can cause issues in the fetus, such as neural tube problems. We need it. It affects DNA synthesis, and it is necessary for proper cell division during spermatogenesis. It helps reduce the number of abnormal sperm and prevents DNA damage. The dosage is 400-800 mcg daily. What are the food sources? These are green leafy vegetables, citrus fruits, legumes, and whole grain products. Supplements, as I said, come in the form of folic acid and in the form of methylfolate. What else? Arginine is an amino acid. It participates in the synthesis of nitric oxide. We use it during workouts, by the way, for the pump, but it also greatly improves blood circulation. What does it do? It increases the activity and survival of sperm cells, supports the mitochondrial activity of sperm, and increases blood flow to the testicles, which stimulates spermatogenesis. That's why this supplement is essential. It's really necessary, and it brings a lot of benefits. Three things affect motility, morphology, and the quality of spermatogenesis. The final three things are L-taurine, an amino acid that we get, for example, from seafood. The daily dose is 500 plus milligrams, glutathione 50 milligrams per day. This is also very important in terms of morphology. And third, this is B8, also known as inositol. It improves insulin sensitivity and also has a very positive effect on sperm morphology. It's about 500 milligrams per day. We get inositol from nuts, we get inositol from sour cream, and from legumes. Legumes are very rich in inositol. These are the basic supplements that you should consume and get in the form of some vegetables or fruits. Or if we're talking about dietary supplements, because most often when you go to the doctor, he prescribes each component separately for you. The purpose of this video is specifically to share what andrologists usually prescribe to improve the quality of spermatogenesis. That is, the foundation is a healthy lifestyle and compensating for deficiencies. And, after all this, it may be possible to significantly improve the quality of spermatogenesis. So let's take a look at what a spermogram is and how to know if everything is okay with you. Well, it's simple. Just go and get a spermogram. A couple of days of abstinence, avoiding the sauna and steam bath for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Actually, if you're planning to have a child and you're having trouble with it, I recommend avoiding the sauna altogether until you've conceived. Long sessions especially. Also, get a spermogram analysis. Here's a key life hack. Remember, if you go somewhere to do a spermogram and a courier comes to pick up your sample and takes it across the city, it could end up in a mess. Don't expect to get a normal spermogram result, even if yours was good before. By the time it arrives, waits in line and the lab technician takes it. That's why we only do it where there's an analyzer on site, so look for a lab that has an analyzer. Call the lab and ask if they have one. The result will be ready in 30-40 minutes. Yes, we do it if that's the case. And a repeat measurement is always necessary. A follow-up measurement should be done in a week or a week and a half as a check. Even if your result comes back as a complete zero, I've seen that happen too. Please repeat the sperm analysis in a week or two and do the same for hormones. What does a sperm analysis check? Ejaculate volume is assessed separately using different parameters. But what we're interested in is the quantity, quality, and motility of the sperm cells, essentially. And these are the main parameters that we can influence by using certain substances that have a positive effect on the quality of spermatogenesis. Many people ask, why improve the quality of spermatogenesis if you only need just one? There will be at least 1 healthy million. Yes, but the better the workplace and the more candidates for the position, the higher the selection and the better the result, and then you get the very best. I sincerely believe that the better the quality of your spermatogenesis, the more likely it is that a healthier, better, and more proper sperm will reach where it needs to go. And when you have this workplace, well, yes, just like in real life. Out of 10 candidates, they're all kind of flawed, but yes, one will make it. So, the better the sperm analysis, the better. So let's see, my friend, what needs to be done to ensure good sperm quality? The basics go without saying. If you smoke, quit, even electronic cigarettes. If you love intense saunas or steam baths, stop doing that. If you like to soak in a hot bath with salt, please stop that as well. If you have a sexually transmitted infection and your wife doesn't even know about it, please go get checked. Get a polymerase chain reaction test, do a culture and a swab for microflora, see what's living and growing there, and if there's something, get it treated. You really need to exercise. You need to remove alcohol from your life, and if there are any drugs, you need to get rid of them too. That's the foundation. Everyone has their own experience. I have a friend who even has a blanket. He calls it the crash blanket. He says whenever someone stays over at his place, he gives them this blanket. If a couple sleeps with that blanket overnight, everyone ends up pregnant. Everyone has their own folk methods and beliefs, so share the most interesting ones. What helped you? Which method worked for you? What did you take? What did you drink? Or on the contrary, what prevented you from succeeding? We won't even argue with that. We'll talk about what people commonly use. It's a very important point. One sperm cell matures in 72 to 75 days. And that's why, even if you start taking all this tomorrow, quit drinking and smoking tomorrow, think about how long it will take before you get your first improved sperm cell. That's right, almost 2.5 months. That's why, if we're talking about correcting lifestyle or changing eating habits, We have to play the long game. In other words, this is a process we can influence, but it will take several months for the sperm to improve. Many people take this, but after 2 weeks and a follow-up sperm analysis, they see no improvement. It takes at least 2 or 3 months of therapy, ideally up to 6 months. So learn to play the long game, especially when it comes to your health, and be patient. I hope this episode was very useful for you, and God bless you with healthy children, and may everything be well.